to a brand new stream. Tonight you join me under the lights in Abu Dhabi for the finale of the Season 3A World Championship. The Yas Marina circuit here, 5.5 kilometre circuit length. So we'll have a race of about 28 laps, 152.5 kilometres, with the lap record being Sebastian Vettel 1 minute 40.279 in 2009, which was the first year any Grand Prix was held in Yas Marina. Should be a dry one, of course. It's not known to rain in Abu Dhabi, but we shall see. Hopefully this will be an interesting one. We go into tonight then with just 12 points in the championship, I believe. Let's get our telemetry ready. Sims Danger on 323 points. Scuderi Seb on 335. That's just the 12 points difference. Sims Danger will have to win this evening, with Scuderi Seb finishing fourth for Sims Danger to win the championship. And it's going to be Short who leaves the garage first, and it's a bit of a lag desync there for the Force India or Philip, hopefully, or Dark Gamer. Hopefully that won't affect us. Yeah, that was Dark Gamer. Yeah, but hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. And under the tunnel, out of the pit lane exit, going 130 miles an hour. If you'd prefer me to put it in kilometres an hour, feel free to comment that down below. I just find it easier to do stuff in miles per hour here in the UK. There's just a height difference of about 10 metres around this track. The highest point being just off the start line at 9.3 metres above sea level, and the highest point being at 20 metres above sea level at turn 3, just off the apex. And we are now heading down towards turn 8, already through turn 9, the chicane, going over the bump there, trying to keep it on the track. Super Soft's currently being worn into the second DRS zone, of course. Weird shape around here. Yas Marina, a very good facility. Lots of grip around this track. Try to take grip and track at the same time, and that's Short. He's hit the bollard on the apex of turn 11 or 12, but he's currently going through to turn 17 now, which is the 90-degree right-hander, followed by turn 18, which is another 90-degree right-hander under the hotel. And then turn 19 there before opening up into the last three turns. Last two turns actually, 21, turn 20 slight right-hander, and 21 further right-hander. A bit more sweeping though, and a bit of oversteer on the exit. There's yellow flags in sector 1, but he's going to be first across the line to start his flying up. We're going to ride on board into turn 1 then, turning it in nice and early. It's quite weird to see the game tags going underneath the road there. Through turn 2 already. Turn 3. Heading down towards turn 5 and 6, avoiding the traffic quite well there. For the hairpin of turn 7, very awkward this one, getting a late apex before bringing out the tyres, although that's a lot of wheel spin on the exit. They're going to have to try and limit that onto the very, very long back straight here. And it's kind of weird because you've got to move over to the left hand side because there's that weird kink in the road for parking reasons. That's a true fact. Anyway, through turns 8 and 9 before opening up again onto the second DRS straight towards turn 11, which is a heavy braking zone for the 90-degree left-hander. Quite an awkward bit to navigate this. You've got to get the line perfect, as it's very, so you can see, going down to about 60 miles an hour through here, but opening up 85 miles an hour on the exit. 90-degree left-hander then of turn 14 before opening up onto turn 15 and 16, two right-hand kinks. This track very geometric, not too many curvy turns, as you can see. That's turn 17, 90-degree right-hander under the hotel then towards the end. And Short's gone wide, nearly going into the barrier, but just keeping off. Will it be as dramatic as the real Grand Prix that was here last year during the 2018 season in real life? So start game, and then he's just coming out of the final turn now. He's on the hypersofts, and across the line, he's gonna go up into first place. That's provisional pole with a 1 minute 35.7, I believe, 35.3. It's Dave Hardy there. Simsy Danger then, the man who needs to win tonight under the lights, He's going to cross the line for an actual lap. So I thought it was sector 3 there. Might be on an out lap. But here comes Scooter Seb. So the lap time here is going to be about 1 minute 35, 1 minute 40 hopefully. Of course the Williams here. Williams releasing their livery just yesterday. Quite a new style that's going to be interesting for the new game. But what will be really interesting is the new Haas livery, of course, black and gold, looking a lot like the old Lotuses from the past. And what a colour scheme that Lotus has. But anyway, that's a 1 minute 35.7, so it looks like Scooter Seb isn't the fastest around this track. So that's going to play into Cinder Danger's favour as he bumbles along turn 10 there. And we get quite a nice high up angle for Short, but Short is just coming through the final set now. He's got about 15 seconds left in the lap into the final 3 turns. Turn 19 and onto turn 20. Walshaber taking pole position with a 1 minute 35.3. And out of the final turn, a lot of wheel spin there from Short, and he's going to be in 5th position with that lap. This is Simsy Danger then, under the hotel, towards turn 19. Out of turn 19, getting very wide, using almost all of the track, nearly going into the barrier. Turn 20, going wide, and that's going to cost him the lap, and he's going to pull into the pits. So Simsy Danger yet to set a lap then. Crazy Crumpet's gone very wide there. That's not gone well for him. Probably just letting Spaghetti Chips through, because I believe Spaghetti Chips is on a hot lap. Yes, he is. We're going to ride on board as he goes into turn 5. Turn 6 and then turn 7. The first sector, the only sector with curved turns, apart from turn 10, which is just before the second DRS zone. But that's more of a sweeping left-hander. That whole section there is sweeping. The rest of the track's pretty geometric. Lots of right angles and things like that. So this track's really a marmite. You either love it or you hate it. That's Philip after the session. So his banker lap is going to be his actual lap, which is 1 minute 37.9. Just 11 minutes left of the qualifying session, and it looks like he might have lost it here. As I know, I can just see the yellow flags, but might not be in sector 3. Spaghetti Chips will be looking to finish in the podium positions, but of course it's going to be very intense to see who's going to come out on top and win the championship. It's been an all season long battle here between Scooter Seb and Simsy Danger, and who'll come out on top, the Williams or the Ferrari. Right now the odds are stacked up against the Ferrari. He is quite far behind, of course. That's 13 points. He needs to finish 13 points ahead of Simsy Danger in just a few seconds. Just 10 minutes after, here comes Spaghetti Chips, and he's onto sector 1. I think he must have messed up that lap somewhere then. Drop, yeah, he's going to be looking to end the world this evening. Just gone into sector 3 though. Hop back to him. Those who haven't set laps yet, it looks like, yeah, we're going to watch Drop, yes, he's approaching the line now. So if Mike cuts out of it, it's not too good. That's a fast lap from Drop, yeah, with a 1 minute 34.6. This is going to be a very interesting qualifying session then. Scooter Seb is in 4th, and Simsy Danger is out on his out lap, so he's not quite ready to set his hot lap yet. We only have 16 drivers tonight. Unfortunately, it couldn't be more for the end of the season race, but anyway, we do have a few reserves. Unfortunately, Fretty can't race tonight. Philip replacing Fretty. Philip says he's wrecked Fretty's Haas, and Fretty is relatively disappointed by that. But this is Simsy Danger then. He's about to go off onto his hot lap. No, he's not. He's going to go into the pits. Simsy Danger really struggling here. There is 8 minutes left though, so he's not in too much danger. This is drop there. He's currently on provisional pole. Yeah, but he's not going for another lap. And you see he's not got his ERS up too high. This is Dark Gamer. He's just gone into sector 1 now. Brumadinho will be aiming not to do a Brumadinho tonight, of course. The thing he is very famous for, the Brumadinho. It's a signature move. This is Nicker. He's new to the league, but he is reserving tonight. I think he's meant to be League B, unless he's ready for the new season. Drop here then. Yeah, he's still got that pole position. 1 minute 34.6. Dark Gamer putting in an excellent performance then tonight. Of course, I remember back in season 1. When I raced under the lights here in Abu Dhabi, qualifying, I qualified on the front row, something ridiculous. But then the race kind of all went downhill, which was quite sad. But nonetheless, I've got fond memories of this track. Because just how I qualified, really. Spaghetti Chips is in 5th. He would have been hoping to do better. Short did have a bit of an issue there with connection. He disconnected, I think, some kind of error. Dave Hardy then, he'll be aiming to do well tonight. Taking a bit of a narrow entry there, trying to get the exit. It sounds like he's using gone a bit wide. Oh, and he's gone deep and he's binned his lap. That's very unfortunate. Simply Dangerous on his out lap. It's Jack Tweed, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but he's currently not set a lap time as yet. And across the line, that's going to put him in 11th. So just Simsy Danger and Crazy Crumpet yet to set lap times. But now we're going to ride on board with Simsy Danger as he goes into turn 1, 90-degree left-hander, but quite long. Carry a lot of speed through there. The exit's all that matters. Then at turn 2, followed by 3, and then the left-hander at 4, just trying to keep the throttle planted there. Then into turn 5, heavy braking, going down to about 85 miles an hour, then 60, 58 miles an hour, before trying to accelerate as much as you can for the hairpin, going about 45 miles an hour, opening it up onto the straight and carrying as much speed as you possibly can. The exit there, the most important part of the hairpin. Simsy Danger then, he's already through turn 10. What can you do here? We're going to get rid of our side stuff into turn 11. Of course, that's the national straight, I believe, that he just went through. I think that curved area there is the national straight. Don't quote me on that though. And you can see the marshals ready and waiting for any instant. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of Grosjean on Hulkenberg tonight. Don't want anyone hanging like a cow. But anyway, this is Simsy Danger. He's looking to qualify as well as he can, going right up the barrier there, as you can see, in towards the final turn. We're going to get our stuff ready. He's got his ERS and Mode 5. He's going to come across the line, and that's going to be pole position. Scooter Seb is just in 5th, so that's not going too well, but he's gone on an outlap because he needs to reclaim that lead. This is Crazy Crumpet across the line. It's going to be an invalidated lap. Spaghetti Chips then, he's in 7th. This qualifying session not going well, and he's going into the pits, so that looks like he's done with qualifying for now. Since Danger is going back in this lap, I can tell you that much. No, Wallström in the sister Haas, he's in sector 3, but he's not on a hot lap. Whereas Harry Blues in the Renault in 6th, did quite well in Brazil. Although Brumadinho didn't have the greatest race in Brazil. Oh, and that's Brumadinho. He's had a bit of a moment there. You can see him wiggle the tyres. And yeah, that's kind of cost him the lap now. In a game all about precision, messing up the slightest turn can cost you a whole lap, especially in qualifying when the drivers are separated by just hundredths, sometimes thousandths of a second. Come on, Crazy Crumpet, you need to set a lap here. Doesn't look like he is going to though. He's going to have to set a lap. He's only got his ERS in Mode 3 though. Probably set it higher. There he goes across the line. I think he's going to go for a hot lap now because, yeah, he's going for a hot lap this lap. No, he's not. He's lifted off there. That's going to put him in 11th, so that's not awful, and he's retired from the session. Simsy Danger is definitely going in there. You can see him going into the pits. Yacked onto the national straight. Or what I think is the national straight anyway. Here comes Nick on his debut race for F1 League Cup, but he's not set improved the lap time there, I don't think. Here comes Scooter SF then. We're going to watch this because this is an important part of the title for him. The Williams, quite a unique steering wheel with the display behind the wheel and a cutout in the wheel for him to see that. He's going to come across the line then. He's qualifying on the ultra softs. It's not the hardest but not the softest of tyres. And he's in 6th. Simsy Danger likewise has also set his fastest lap on the ultra softs. So neither of them on the fastest tyre, and that looks like it's going to be working into someone else's favour. And that was someone in the barrier. Yeah, that's not gone well for short, unless he's retiring. Yellow flags in sector 1 and sector 3 as Dark Gamer goes wide, and that's the end of his qualifying session. The checkered flag has gone up. Here comes Brumadinho. Let's hope he doesn't do a Brumadinho tonight. Under the bridge, under the Fanatec sponsored bridge as well. Well, not bridge, but display. And across the line, it's gonna be a 5th position. Scooter Seb in 7th, but he's going out for a 2nd attempt. Those Ultrasofts will have an extra lap of wear though as he goes into the race, because these will be the fastest ones to set a lap on, which is not going to be helpful for him. And he's gone wide. Hopefully that hasn't cost him his lap. Through the final turn then, he's going to head up towards the line. This is important, this is a big one, and that's 5th position, which won't be good enough when it comes to the race if he's going to win the championship. That lap has not gone well for Wallström, and drop the A going right around, facing the wrong way. He did just one turn left and he managed to bin it. Unfortunately, he's still going to qualify front row, so that's not a bad result for him. just not optimal either. Sonar's not set his fastest lap just there. And now the session winds down. I believe everyone's finished. Just got a couple people going into their pit boxes. I'll be right back. Right then, that's the end of the qualifying session. And the qualifying order is going to go like this in danger. Over half a second clear of Dropye, followed by Wolfsburg, Dark Gamer, Scuderia Seb, Brumadinho, Short, Harry Blues, Spaghetti Chips, Nicker, Crazy Crumpet, Veenstra, Sonar, Ziaktwi, Philip, and Dave Hardy rounding off the grid, 4.1 seconds behind the person who did well. We'll have a look, see if there were any grid penalties. No, it doesn't look like it. So the qualifying order is going to decide the race order for the start of the Grand Prix. It's dark in Abu Dhabi. It's dark in England, where I am right now. I'm not sure about Abu Dhabi because they're quite a few hours ahead or behind. I can never remember, like 10 hours ahead or something. So it might be morning right now where they are in Abu Dhabi, but here on F1 League Hub, it's dusk going into evening. It will be fully dark by the time the checkered flag is waved and the championship is decided. Lots of tension as we go into this Grand Prix then. And we're going to go through the standings right now. Scuderia Seb leading with 335 points. 12 points ahead of Sins of Danger on 323. Then Spaghetti Chips definitely going to finish third with 268 points. Dropye 11 points ahead of Wolfsburg with 161 points. Looking like he's safe there. Brumadinho 8 points behind Wolfsburg on 142 points. Fretti 130 points, but he won't be racing tonight. Harry Blues 79 points. 9th is Philip Hogston on 57. Prince Killer 26 points. Dark Gamer 19 points. Sonar 12 points. 1 point ahead of Crazy Crumpet, who's on 11. Veenstra 1 point behind Crazy Crumpet, who's on 10. Then 15th is Dave Hardy on 4. Icebolt and Rudy, who aren't racing tonight, I don't think, both on 0. The constructors then, Ferrari is winning with 465 points, Williams 335, Haas 280, Toro Rosso 279, so that's going to be interesting. I believe that Toro Rosso could finish third in the constructors this season. Sauber 161, Renault 83, Mercedes 57, McLaren at 26, Red Bull 22, and Force India 19. So those bottom three yet to be decided. We're going to get our telemetry ready for tonight, get our position change and everything ready, just so we can easily identify who's where on the track. This is Simsy Danger, Dropye, Wolstrabert, Dark Gamer, Scuderia Seb, Brumadinho, Short, Harry Blues, Spaghetti Chips, Nicker, Crazy Crumpet, Veenstra, Sonar, Ziaktwi, still don't know how to pronounce that, Philip, and Dave Hardy in the Renault already in Sector 3 then. This is the man we'll have to keep an eye on throughout the Grand Prix. He has got a lot of positions to make up tonight. No, he actually needs to make up 2 positions to win the championship, but it is going to be a close one, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that. Simsy Danger already coming towards the final few turns now. He's got about 5 turns left actually. Just trying to get those tyres heated up and those brakes nice and toasty. Not too hot though, otherwise they'll be too spongy and he won't get the optimal stopping power he wants when going into turn 1. Turn 1 hectic, 90-degree left-hander, lots of opportunity for dive bombing. And as I found out when I raced here, it's easy to get a hit and sent around or sent wide, so they're going to have to be careful on that. Then onto the straight. Crazy Crumpet was just disqualified there along with Nika 2012. Here we go then. The car's just lining up on the grid. Sims of Danger's been held for 10 seconds already. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Alright, and away we go here at the Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi for the final time this season. I'll be saying that. Scooter Seb has had a bad start. He's down to 7th. We're going to drop down the order. Oh, and that's short. He's been sent around as we get a nice angle there, and that's a Haas going wide. Philip TM not treating his Fretty's Haas too well there. Spaghetti Chips is going to try and make a move around the outside of Brumadinho. Yes, he gets that because he's got the inside for the second part. Now Sims the Danger is going to be side by side with Brumadinho, trying to get past. He's through the hairpin already, but he's going to stay behind for now. Lots of cars, lots of carnage, and Shaw has not had a great race for himself. This is the Venus shot on Philip TM. He's going to move down round to the outside. He's going to have the inside as we move towards turn 8 and 9 before the second straight braking zone. And there's carnage all over the place. There goes Yaxby down the inside of Veenstra, and he's got that position. Scooter is 7, Spaghetti Chips battling yet again as we head towards turn 11. Spaghetti Chips all over the track, a massive dive bomb there from Scooter is 7, sent him wide, and that's going to give Spaghetti the opportunity to get back. Oh, and there's contact between the two drivers as Seb cuts the corner, and we have a massive lag spike. Spaghetti Chips still slightly ahead. He's going to be trying getting around Brumadinho. Crazy Crumpet's actually there, in fact. Brumadinho defending heavily. He hasn't Brumadinho just yet, but we don't want to speak too soon. The harbour just there. Of course, most of the glamorous tracks situated next to the harbour. We've got Monaco and the Yas Marina, all both next to harbours. Sims the Danger is looking quite safe right now. Scooter Seb is in 9th. He's going to be frustrated. Also, remember to post in the comments any questions you have for the top 3 drivers, and Scooter Seb and Sims the Danger if they're not in the podiums for when we do the post-race interview. Dark Gamer doing quite well. There's a lot of carnage going on the race, and Philip has crashed, and that's going to be the end of his race here. And that's going to be the end of racing for the next few weeks for him, unless he's racing, of course, tomorrow in League B. Dave Hardy already a minute 44. That can't be right. Looks like we've got a bit of desync here. Hopefully the stream is showing up in good quality, and that's Crazy Crumpet. He's just tapped the back of Brumadinho. Brumadinho did have a bit of a loose end there, but it wasn't too bad. Scooter said then he must be frustrated. As frustrated as he can be, and then that's Crazy Crumpet down the inside. Brumadinho is going to have the inside 9 for the second part, and the third part is going to be ahead. And there goes Scooter SF. He's seen the opportunity, he's taken it, and down the inside of the Toro Rosso of Crazy Crumpet, he has got that position. Crazy Crumpet now has to defend from Nika 2012 as well, but down the inside, trying not to send them out. He's tapped Scooter SF, forcing him slightly wide, but Scooter Seb has kept on the track. I'm going to have to be very careful here. It looks like we are having a slight desync. Sims Danger with the fast lap with a 1 minute 38.774. And it looks like he's moving to the inside, trying to break that toe from the Red Bull of short. Looks like he's safe for now. Oh, and that's Dark Gamer. He's spun it. He has completely bent it, and it's not gone well. Dave Hardy's out of the session as well, leaving us with just 13 drivers. Dark Gamer retiring as well. This is not going too well for most of the drivers. Short and Sonar now battling. Down the inside goes Short, and towards the hairpin. They're side by side, not the hairpin, but the chicane, and it looks like Short has got that position of Sonar. Of course, if you want to join the league for next season, message Sonar on the PS messages and sign up to our website, f1leaguehub.com, I believe it is. And you might be able to join for the next season or tomorrow if you want to join League B, if they have any room left. But yeah, be sure to message if you're interested. Always providing excellent races, and then pretty much all of them stream. This is Scooter has said he's in 7th now. He's going to try and take Brumadinho. Shib's danger again with another fast lap, 1 minute 38.6 it looked like. Brumadinho is going to have to defend the hard from Scooter has said. It's quite an interesting top 3, Drobbia and Wilshire, but Harry Bridge, you also don't see them between Spaghetti Chips and Scooter SF, so that's quite a rarity. Lots of stuff being spiced up tonight then, the order completely different, and Spaghetti Chips is going to try and overtake Harry Bridge. So these 4th to 7th separated by just a few seconds, if that. About 2.1 seconds separating them. Very close. This is Spaghetti Chips then. He's going to make a move on Harry Blues in towards the hairpin. Breaking at the 100-meter board, and he's got that position as we get the high camera angle. No, he hasn't. Not the hairpin. I always get that confused. That's the chicane. Scooter SF, you've seen him go down the inside of Brumadinho, and there goes Crazy Crumber. He's going to be side by side with Brumadinho as well. They've all got DRS. And you can see Spaghetti Chips is battling heavily with Hairy Blues. It's a slight corner cut from Brumadinho, but Spaghetti Chips has got that position off the Hairy Blues. Scooter SF just needs to finish on the podium if Simsy Danger wins to win the championship here. Wow, they are very close here. It's just between 4th and 9th. There's about 5. No. Yeah, there's about 5 seconds in it. So that's something amazing you don't always see at all. You don't always see at all. You rarely see, especially in real life, if this was real life. Which of course it is. Yellow flags in sector 1. A safety car could spice things up colossally tonight. It's very likely to be dry in Super League. It doesn't always rain in Abu Dhabi. In fact, it very rarely does. I don't think we've ever had a wet race here, because that would be quite a peculiar sight. The Williams in 6th, he needs to make up another 3 positions. Harry Blues and Spaghetti Chips stand in his way of the championship, but it might just be Spaghetti Chips as he moves ahead. Oh, also Wilshire. Now it's just going to be Spaghetti Chips and Wilshire as he makes a beautiful overtake on the Renault of Harry Blues. After an awful start, Scooter Seb is beginning to fight his way back up through the field. We're only 5 laps in anyway. About 1/6 of the way through, almost 1/5 of the way through. Harry Blues moving to the inside, trying to break the toe from Brumadinho, but he's not quite defended there. And that's someone in the pits. That's Wilshire and Nika in the pits. Brumadinho is close to Harry Blues. He's just got to keep it nice and tidy. Lots of penalties happening that last couple of seconds. Scooter is Seb then. He's close to Spaghetti Chips, but I'm not sure if he's going to be close enough as he goes through. That's the hairpin turn, I think 8. 7 or 8. That's the short with the fastest lap. He's in 12th. That's not something you see every day. I don't think he's pitted either. The hairpin is turn 7. Crazy confidence, even the 5-second stop goes. That's Brumadinho down the inside of Hercules. Just about caught that in the bottom of the frame. That is a good overtake. DRS activated straight away by Hercules. In a race, in a game where milliseconds can cost a win, it can cost a championship even. Scuderi said with a 3-second time penalty, he just needs to make up one more position and he will win the championship. This is intense. Spaghetti Chips needs to defend with his heart here, and Dropier is going to have to do well as well. Going to have a quick look at the last lap times between Spaghetti Chips. He's just at a 1 minute 40.2. Scuderi said with a 1 minute 39.8. So it looks like Scuderi Seb is faster than Spaghetti Chips. Dave Hardy leaving the session, but that's Harry Blues. He's not quite close enough to make a move there. This is just a slowly boiling tension, just bubbling away in the background there, and that's Wolfstrat and Sonar. They're battling away in the back through Sector 1. That is a lot. That is a big thing, bubbling away up there in 3rd and 4th position. That's what I'm keeping my eye on. I've got an IPL, don't worry about that. If there's an overtake, we'll be the first to know. Dropier is losing time to Spaghetti Chips, which means if Spaghetti Chips can get ahead of Dropier, so could Scuderi Seb if they've got roughly the same place. This is very intense. Calculations going on all the time. All of the drivers trying to work out how far away am I from winning or finishing where I can. Of course, Spaghetti Chips hasn't got a battle to fight in anymore. He's definitely finishing 3rd in the championship. But who will finish first? Very glitchy wing mirror off the Ferrari from Brumadinho there. This is the Sauber Alfa Romeo, of course. Sauber rebranding to just Alfa Romeo for the 2019 Formula 1 season. And I don't believe they've released their livery yet. I quite like the livery of the Sauber Alfa Romeo. I reckon it'll be a bit more red in real life than the one they're bringing out. The new Williams livery, that's received a lot of mixed feedback. I'll leave that at that. The Toro Rosso and the Renault's looking pretty much exactly the same as usual. They do look quite nice though, I have to say, with the new front wings. The new front wings are huge and it really gives a lot more opportunity for the livery to be explored in those regions of the car, which the developers have done. This is Veenstra and Wolfstrat doing quite well, and at this rate Toro Rosso will finish ahead of Haas. Sorry about that. I'm missing all the action. Scuderi Seb is faltering, but so is Dropier. This is going to be close. We're going to go to watch these two. Spaghetti Chips will be ready to overtake Dropier in just a matter of seconds, but will Scuderi Seb overtake Dropier? We'll have to wait and see. Simpson Asia has just got immense pace around Abu Dhabi. He's 13 seconds ahead of the man in second, and he's pretty safe there for now, I would hope. Scuderi Seb has disconnected. That is not helpful for him at all. He needs to finish, just be as fast as he possibly can, and that disconnection is not going to be good for him. Which means Brumadinho can overtake him, and that's going to make him drop further down the order. I'm not feeling confident about this. Uh-oh. Scuderi Seb back down to 6th. It's absolute disaster for him. Absolute disaster. And he's still ghosting, which is going to give Zachary an opportunity to make an overtake. Not quite yet. Still got a bit of clearance. Come on, reconnect. Sonar, you know, Scooter S3A, even you know you want to. You need to reconnect. You can't lose the battle because of your internet. Crazy Crumpet out of the session. That's the other Toro Rosso. He's gone. I'm not sure where he's gone, but that's not gone too well either. Scooter S3A is still disconnected. Harry going into the pits then. This race is suddenly taking quite a solemn turn. Not too much going on track. Actually, no, we've got Nika at Harry Breeze. Nika coming Harry Breeze coming out of the pits about half a second ahead of the Mercedes. The name of that driver, quite awkward to say on stream because it could easily be misinterpreted. But I'm going to go and get myself a glass of water and I'll be right back. We're going to go up to Spaghetti Chips while I do that because he's gaining on Tropier. Sorry about that slight inconvenience, but Spaghetti Chips is top. Oh, that's because Timothy Danger pitted. That really scared me. Scooter S3A, he's down to 11th after his disconnection. And to me, it looks like Timothy Danger's going to win the championship now. There's no way Scooter S3A can make up 35 seconds, even if he were to reconnect now. I think he's just lost too much time here. And he can't get an invitation. I'm going to see what I can do about that. Come on, Scooter, we need you back. We need you. I don't think I have the ability to invite him. Oh no. But there goes Harry Blues down the inside of Sonar, and that's a good overtake there. Is there no way I can invite him? I'm just gonna have a look at what I can do. I know we're missing part of the race, but this is... I don't know if we are going to be able to invite him, so we're just going to rejoin. And we're going to rejoin with the Mercedes right up, coming to the back of the Red Bull there. Can Nika make a move? It doesn't look like he can right now, but he might in the coming few moments. Scooter S3A still not in the session, and that's him dropping down yet another spot. Nika, he's about to make a move on around the outside of Sonar, but it's not to be. And this is the part where I shamelessly promote my YouTube channel. If you want to, you can go ahead and subscribe to it. It's called Barless. If you want to know who I am, just go over there. But anyway, back to the race. These two are battling quite badly, and he's gone wide. The Mercedes has gone wide. He's cut the corner. Scuderia Seb, there's nothing I can do. Brumadinho is also in the pit, so we're going to watch. No, we're not, because that's already done. Could the one stop be on here? What tyres does Cincinnati put it onto? He's not going on the one stop, I can tell you that. He's gone on the hard softs. Can Sonar overtake Brumadinho? Yellow flag to the second one, that's Nicky, he's out of the session. Where's he gone? Oh, and that's him off on the right, he's crashed out. I really wish I could invite Scuderia Seb right now. But he's lost the championship, I'm afraid to say it. I believe there's no way he can win now. He's 50 seconds behind, even if he could rejoin the session. Oh, yeah. Even if he could rejoin the session. Since just pumping in faster and faster laps all the time. Yes, now that Nika is out, he can, yeah, try and invite Seb. Short and Scuderia Seb, but Scuderia Seb, of course, AI controlled right now. And there he goes through. There's not too much going on track, unfortunately. Spaghetti Chips up 7 places since the start of the race. So that's gone quite well for him. Halfway through the race then. Can we get Scooter back in? It's happened once where someone has disconnected this season. That was America Sims the Danger, which meant he ended up in 6th or 7th. Or he had no points at all, and it looks like the same fate might befall the Williams tonight. All is quiet on the Abu Dhabi front. You can see the TV helicopter off in top of the screen there, and that's Short. He's out of the session as well. Okay, Nika is about to invite Scuderia Seb.
See you later. This is Kevin.
Zaxby is currently in ninth in his Alfa Romeo. Scooter is Seb, I'm afraid to say, has dropped back to a minute 10. He's likely to get lapped if he can't be invited. Okay. Sims Danger is pitting now though. If you want to know some F1 jargon, I believe now would be a good opportunity to use it. Sims Danger's just disappeared there. There we go. Okay, the undercut is when a driver struggling to get past another car pits early in a bid to get performance advantage from the fresh tyres that will hopefully put them ahead of their rival when they pit. Use it in a sentence. He is trying to use the undercut to get ahead, not to be confused with a haircut popular with hipsters the world over. Marbles, what are they? Marbles are small pieces of rubber that are shredded from the tyres during cornering, which build up off the race line. You'll be able to see that along here, not really on the straights, but behind him, Wolfström and Dropier down the inside of Wolfström, and he's defended that position just about. You can see all the dark marbles on the edges there. Running onto the mid-race can be treacherous as they prevent the tyre making proper contact with the road, thereby reducing grip. That's why they're called marbles. It's like driving over marbles. That's really why they've coined the term. And what drivers do in real life is they drive over them after the checkered flag to try and put a bit more weight on the car so that they aren't underweight when the race ends. Using a sentence, I got onto the marbles at the hairpin, went a bit wide and got the tyres dirty. Not to be confused with lots of small glass balls on the track. That would be dangerous, of course. This is on the F1 website actually. Okay, so it's quite a good thing. Pole is, I'm pretty sure most of you know what it is. The driver who claims pole position during the qualifying for the race. Vinstra is gaining on Zaxby, but not really actually. Come to look at it. Use it in the sentence. Pole sister Lewis Hamilton got away cleanly to hold the lead into the first corner. Not to be confused with a form of medieval torture involving sharpened sticks. Did you know the term box is in pit now, if you know what I mean, when they say box, box, box. Box comes from the German Boxenstopp, which means pit stop in German, of course. And Scooter Seb is still struggling to join the session. This is painful. Just 10 laps to go. Spaghetti Chips, he's gaining on Harry Blues. Wolfström and Harry Blues both in the pits actually, so that makes it. Unfortunately, a season-long battle, and this is the way it's going to end for Scooter has said. This is really sad. Been building up to this for just so long, and for it to come down to internet issues, it's just painful. I did not want the season to end like this, and I'm sure you didn't either. Looks like the top 3 for the end of the race are going to be Simsy, Dropier and Spaghetti Chips, so then that might all change. Not quite the dramatic season finale we were hoping for. There comes the intro, he's about to overtake the undriven car of Scooter Seb. And Scooter Seb can't rejoin the session. Currently in 9th, this will mean Scooter Seb finishes with 2 points. Which will mean that Sims Danger will have to DNF. Sims Danger will have to finish. Let me just work out this. Simsy Danger, if he's to have a big mistake which could cost him a lot of time, which is very unlikely to happen, and I don't think it is going to happen. Okay, so he'll get 1 point now, and he's 12 points ahead, which means Sims Danger will have to finish 12 points ahead of him. Sims Danger falls out of the top 3. It could still be possible for Scooter Seb to win. Let me just work this out. 4th place, 12 points. This one's 11. Yes, he needs to stay in the top 3 to win. So it's not all over, Simsy Danger. Scooter Seb even. There's still the slight possibility that he'll make a big mistake. Speedy number crunching is going to give us an estimate of what could happen for the end of the race. He's in. Scooter Seb is back in. Here we go. This is going to have to be an immense drive. He's not going to make it out enough, I don't think. Leader, he's 1 minute 25 off. He needs to finish within the 12 points. So he's going to have to finish, he's going to get up to 4th. He needs to find 1 minute. He needs to get 1 minute here. He needs to find 1 minute and, 1 minute and 15 seconds to win. If he can find 1 minute and 15 seconds now, there's a possibility he can win. This is truly mission win now. The game is a go. The race is a go. Come on, Scooty. Put on a performance here. We are relying on you. You can do this. We're going to have a quick look at lap times. Well, Scooter Seb's last lap time. It's probably going to be quite slow. 1 minute 46, but now he's regained control. You can see he's going to be a lot faster. I think he just pitted as well, so hopefully he can gain something back. He was doing about 1 minute 4. He was doing his best lap with a 1 minute 40 at the start of the race. This is going to be intense. Mission a win now. Scooter Seb, he can't be a lap behind Veenstra. And he isn't. Vinstra's just gone into sector 2, but Wushba and Brumadinho get up to these guys now. These two are battling. If Simsy finishes third now, it will go down to wins, which unfortunately for Seb would mean Simsy winning. So Simsy just has to finish within the podiums for Scuderia Seb to win, which is looking unlikely but not impossible. Must remember that although there are only 7 laps of the race left, we've got to be optimistic. Wushba and Brumadinho are going to keep us occupied for now as we go into out of turn 7 onto the long straight, which is a weird shape because there's a car park there which they had to reshape the track for. And now around the outside for turn 8 goes Wushba, and he's got the position off the Ferrari of Brumadinho. Brumadinho did lock up slightly there. You can see the plume of smoke erupt from the car. Something tells me Scuderia Seb isn't a lap behind Vinstra. He is a lap behind, but just not Vinstra. This is going to be a big one. Simply Danger just needs to keep it clean to win. So unfortunate how the championship is going to turn out. How it's going to be decided by some game issues. But that's how things sometimes are, and you never know. It's not over till the fat lady sings. And as far as I'm concerned, she hasn't sung yet. I'll be right back. Here we go then. I'm back. It's not looking likely, just 5 laps to go. Come on, Simsy, put on a show here. Or Scooter. Either one of you. Let's not make this just the boring conclusion it's about to be. Let's add some spice. So Norris catching up to Ziaxby, as you can see through there into turn 17. Scuderia Seb can't see the Instra just yet. But Vinstra is not far ahead, I can tell you that. I think you just saw his tail end disappear there in the background. That's Ziaxby, he's been crashed out by Sonar! Right in the middle of the track. That could be a safety car. Is that going to be a safety car? It doesn't look like it will be. Unfortunately not. 40 minutes into the race, and that's going to be a sad end. And that's not going to be a safety car, which Scuderi Seb really could have done with. And I think that's our last opportunity for him to have any chance. That's it gone. Oh, so there might be a lap down from everyone. No safety car, unfortunately. And that's it. That's the championship decided then. Simsy Danger, this is not Simsy Danger, this is Simsy Danger, will be the man to win the Season 3A Championship. And what a ride it has been. There have been low points for him, such as the USA Grand Prix, and high points like this evening. The hotel is lit up to celebrate this immense occasion for him. He's going to be a happy man tonight as he heads towards the line to end to start his third last lap. The 3 laps remaining of the 3A season. It's been 21 races, not all of which have been broadcast, but most of them have. We've had races as intense as Singapore, and some rather uninteresting like Suzuka. But nonetheless, it has been quite the journey, I'm sure everyone can agree. And if you're new to this series, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this channel. Try and make it grow. The bigger it is, the better. Then we can have a very nice large Season 4. Season 4. Although I believe we might be going through some rebranding. There'll be more info on that next season. Sins of danger then. The Ferrari number 17. Him and Scuderi Seb have been battling since the beginning of the season. And it all boils down to an internet failure, which is really sad. But nonetheless, that is the way it goes. Unfortunately, you cannot predict the weather. And the weather is very much like this game. Well, this game is very much like the English weather. It never makes up its mind about what it wants to be. Working or annoying. Some very wise words of wisdom there from Barlas. Spaghetti Chips could finish in second here though. He's just 1.2 seconds behind Drop. He's going to have to make that up though in about 1.5 laps. No, in about 2 laps. Absolute heartbreak for this man here. He's near Vinstra. That is Vinstra, isn't it? But absolute heartbreak for him. Spaghetti Chips on Drop though. Went on to the wrong person there. He's very close now. We're going to have to watch this battle through to turn 6 or 7. I can't remember which one. The hairpin, that's all we need to know. On the exit then, can Spaghetti Chips get something hit? He's got DRS. Eventually. Crossing the DRS, which seems to be about halfway along the straight. Moving left is Drop trying to break the toe, but also trying to stay on track for that weird lip. Switchback manoeuvre here from the Toro Rosso. Spaghetti Chips. It doesn't look like that's going to be possible. Although into the second DRS straight out of turn 10 towards turn 11. He's going to move to the outside. They're going to be side by side as we move towards turn 11. And it's going to be Drop on top. But through the second part, Drop is going to hold out for now. We'll have to keep an eye on these two towards the end of the race, because these 2 positions have not yet been decided. So it's going to be a nice way to end the race. Of course, very unfortunate. It has been a very unfortunate race. And It's going to leave a bitter taste in Scooter Seb's mouth. Sims Danger, I don't know how he's going to feel. I reckon he will have mixed feelings about tonight. He has won the championship, but it has come at the cost of a battle. I'm just checking the charge of mic and remote there. But yeah, it has, that victory is coming at the cost of what could have been an intense battle, an immense battle, but most importantly, an exciting battle. There goes Spaghetti Chips down the inside, and he's got that position onto the head, and no, they're side by side. And it looks like Spaghetti Chips has got that position, and he's going to have DRS to defend, but the ERS and Slipstream, they've both got the same ERS, but Spaghetti Chips is going to have to drop down to 0 ERS. Oh, when he's touched, and that's Spaghetti Chips out of the race. He's been taken out by Drop. Yeah, Spaghetti Chips is going to be very annoyed by that. Absolute scenes here on the final lap of the Grand Prix. Drop just a bit too aggressive. He's touched the back of the Toro Rosso. And I'm lost for words. Spaghetti Chips is going to be frustrated about that one. Luckily, it's not as important because he's not in a championship battle. But anyway, through the final turn for the final time to end the final lap of the Season 3A Championship goes Simsy Danger to win the Grand Prix and the championship. The fireworks go up. And he will be happy. This is Drop. He's in second. And he's that Walsh back through. Very strange. Veenstra has left this session. Here comes Wolfsburg to end the season for himself in the Haas. Of course, his teammate Fretty couldn't make it, but across the line. And Drop it, he's letting everyone through. I think he's punishing himself for what he did. Brumadinho had time penalties anyway. Hairy Blues, Sonar. Don't know what Vince just doing to Simsy Danger. A bit of an interesting move there, I must say so myself. But Vince has finished, and here comes Sonar. Spaghetti Chips will finish 7th though, so it's not a total loss, but he would have finished on the podiums. And the man with heartbreak, he's not gonna be happy about that. It's gonna be, and he's taking himself out. You can just see the frustrations pouring out through his wheel. And the podium celebrations commence. If you have any questions for the top 3 or Scooter Seb, let me know in the comments down below. In fact, I might invite Spaghetti Chips as well, because I want to hear what he felt about that. And of course, it wouldn't be a post-race interview without the OG Scooter Seb, Sims Danger, and Spaghetti Chips. So I think it might be necessary, but we'll definitely invite those top 3 first, and then invite the other guys later on. And I've got some XP from that. Don't know how that's worked. Right then, game. But the finishing order is going to be Sims the Danger, Wolfstrabert, Drop, Brumadinho, Harry Blues, Sonar, Kidso, Spaghetti Chips finished, Veenstra, and Scooter Seb. Scooter Seb technically finishing there. And now let's invite the people. Need to invite Wolfstrabert and Drop, more importantly, Sims the Danger. I don't even know if I've got Drop as a friend. It might be further up. I might have just gone past it. No, it doesn't look like I have. Simsy Danger. He is won the championship. If he's got his mic.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, so you can hear me. I don't know what to say.
It's really unfortunate. I mean, you must be happy about winning the championship. At the same time, you must feel bad for Scuderia Seb, mustn't you?
Yeah, I do, because it's the worst possible feeling, at least for me, when I try to race and the possible championship in this case, I lose it because of my internet connection or whatever it is, I don't know yet. And I really felt sorry for him, because I think on lap 14 or so, I paused my game to re-invite him. Then I had this weird steering wheel glitch where your wheel in the game doesn't really turn, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I tried everything. I invited him, but unfortunately he joined only... he was 10 laps.
Yeah.
Behind, I think. I can't remember really. I mean, I'm really happy that I won the championship, but I would have loved to win it in another way, because it's not Scooter's fault and he would have deserved it as well, I think.
Alright. I'm just gonna invite the I'll invite him to the party. I'm not sure. Might have to brace ourselves for this one. I'll also invite Spaghetti Chips because of course we can't have a post-race interviews without the OG top 3. I don't think Wolfsburg can join because his mic is not working properly, unfortunately, but yeah. Scuderia Seb feels like Felipe Massa. And is that your second championship then for FLH?
It is.
Oh, Spaghetti Chips is here. But it's also... Yeah, wait, Sims Danger. It's also kind of like what happened to you with USA, isn't it? When,
Yeah, maybe. Fortunately, what happened to me in USA was only 2 or 3 laps before the end of the race, and when it happens during the race, you'll get overtaken and you lose so much time because the AI drives on 40%, I think.
Yeah, it is 40%.
So, I mean, when he disconnected in Brazil, it was only for 2 or 3 laps, and it wasn't really that dangerous to lose the championship there, because, as I said, it was only for 3 or 4 laps. But if you try to connect again and it doesn't work, it's so disappointing.
Yeah.
And I really understand his frustration, so I would have been pissed as well, so...
Yeah, Scooter.
Hi.
I could just tell your frustrations, especially at the end when you decided it wasn't worth finishing.
Yeah, I had to do something to let my anger out, so I did that. But no, still, nevertheless, I've got to congratulate Simsy on the championship. You know, it's been a great season. It's a shame how it ended. I mean, it happened to him in the USA. So, but I'm just disappointed it had to happen at the last round and happened early on, so I had no chance. I knew I'd have been in the fight for third, so I could have definitely done it without the lagging out, but still, nevertheless, great job by Simsy on the championship. It's been a great season. I mean, if you look at races like Monza and Canada and stuff, and Belgium where we were battling non-stop, so you know, just got to take it from that. I'm pretty pissed off, but at the same time, like, gotta congratulate him. So yeah.
It is really
I also
unfortunate.
say congrats to you, Scooter. It was an amazing season. I really enjoyed battling with you from, I don't know, China onwards or something. There was almost a battle every race, and I really enjoyed it. It was also very fair all the time, so there wasn't really something to complain about. And as you said, the races in Canada or Monza were just amazing. Well, we battled the whole race long. So I think both of us would have deserved it, but if it ends that way, it's frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, you know, well said. I mean, we had some great battles from like you say, China onwards was just amazing. It was kind of like real F1, how much it kind of like was, you know, how much you one weekend you'd win, the other weekend I'd win. So it was kind of like that. But yeah, congrats anyway. And these things happen. It's shit, but yeah, it's one of those. So we're both deserved champions, no matter what happened today. So yeah.
Yeah, and also Spaghetti Chips, you've not had the best race either. Not as bad as Scooter has said, but the end could have been on the podium.
Well, what can I say except desync is the only way I can describe that. Desync messed me up. I was in a party with Drop J the whole race, and on that last lap, let's just say I didn't speak, neither did Drop J until the race was over. We were both so surprised. I was surprised, he was surprised. All I can say is I saw on my screen that he went to the right and then veered to the left a bit. I'm not sure if it was desync or not. We'll have to see through his video. But he says he didn't touch me, so I believe him, and I'm just going to blame him on the game at the moment. Desync has just ruined me from getting a podium and more 18 points, but what can I do? Not much, the season's over. I've got P3M Championship, I'm pretty happy with that, but it would have been nice to finish the season after sweating that whole Grand Prix with something to go away with, but sadly not today.
In all fairness, Dropye did move over to try and let other drivers through. He couldn't really move over too much, but I think he tried to let other drivers through, just trying to punish himself or something like that.
Well, yeah, I don't think Drop J should get a punishment or anything. I think it's down to the game.
No, but what it looked like, he was moving over to let other people through at the end.
Yeah. I think, did he have front wing damage? He may have had front wing damage from it. If not,
He might have.
I think it's just, I was next to him, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just not sure.
Oh, okay. Anyway, has anyone else got any comments they'd like to make, or?
Can I just say one thing, very quickly? DC needs to get out of the game.
The game needs to get out of the game. I think that's the bigger problem there. But anyway,
Can I just say one last thing?
yeah, sure.
The end of the season, it's been great, probably the best season in the history of the league, so congrats to everyone who took part. Congrats to Simsy, congrats to myself and Spag as well on top 3 in the championship, and like I say, everyone who took part. But I reckon season 4 is going to be the best season yet, so the championship's going to, you know,
It's going to be close.
Again. I can't wait, so
yeah.
And also, if anyone wants to be my teammate next season, just hit me up on the DM, and you know, you could be my teammate.
Oh dear.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for creating such a good season. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and we will join you for season 4 when I find the stop broadcasting button. Goodbye.